Hello everyone, welcome to my part of our presentation. Now we have three words on the PowerPoint. Okay, guess the meaning of those words. The first one is German, and the second one is Japanese, and the third one is Portuguese. Okay, we just wait for a few seconds. Okay, let me explain them for you. The first one, this word describes a feeling of warmth, friendliness, and closeness. It is often associated with social gathering where people feel comfortable and welcomed. The cultural significance lies in the value German place on creating a welcoming atmosphere and fostering close relationships. The second word, tendoku. This word refers to the act of buying books, but not reading them, instead letting them pile up. This word highlights the Japanese appreciation for books and knowledge, while also acknowledging the common human tendency to accumulate things without fully using them. The third word. This word is a deep emotional state of a nostalgic longing for something or someone that one loves but is absent or lost. It's a complex feeling that combines sadness, happiness, and longing. The cultural significance of this word is seen in Portuguese literature, music, and art, where it represents a unique perspective on love, loss, and the passage of time. Well, as those words, you can know that language is so powerful in shaping our culture and thoughts. Okay, we keep going. The linguistic relativity hypothesis, as known as the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, posits that the structure of a language can influence the way its speakers think and perceive the world. This suggests that our language can indeed inflect the cultural values and experiences that are important to our community. For instance, in the Inuit language, multiple words exist to describe different types of snow, which highlights the significance of snow in their daily lives and environment. Similarly, the Japanese language has a term called wabi-sabi, which represents the appreciation of the beauty in imperfection, a concept deeply rooted in Japanese art. Those unique words in various languages demonstrate the close connection between language and culture. The word-to-word mismatches occur when a word or concept in one language does not have a direct translation in another language, demonstrating how linguistic differences can reflect unique culture nuance. For example, the Danish word the left one, you can see that encapsulate the feeling of warmth, closeness, and togetherness, often associated with spending time with loved ones in a comfortable atmosphere. While English speakers can understand this concept, there is not a single word in English that can fully show the essence of each. Okay, another example comes from the Indonesian language, the right one, which has a term called jayus. Jayus refers to a joke that is so unfunny or poorly told that people cannot help but laugh at the situation. Again, there is no direct equivalent in English, yet the concept is universally relatable. They also serve as a reminder that language is more than just a means of communication. It is a reflection of our identities and the societies in which we live. Research suggests that the word and linguistic structures we use can indeed shape our cognitive process. One way in which words help organize our thoughts is through categorization. Language provides us with labels that we use to group and categorize objects, experiences, and ideas in our minds. For instance, the color term in our language help us to categorize and remember colors more efficiently. Studies have shown that people can recall and distinguish colors more accurately when their language has a specific term for those colors. Another example is how linguistic structures, such as grammatical gender or tense, can influence the way we perceive and remember events or objects. For example, speakers of languages with grammatical gender may associate different qualities with objects based on their assigned gender, while speakers of languages with a rich tense system may think more precisely about the timing of events. Additionally, the vocabulary and idioms of a language can provide a framework of organize and expressing our thoughts. Language helps us think abstractly, reason, and problem solve by giving us the tools to break down complex ideas into more manageable components. Next one, let's examine a great case study about color perception. The Himba tribe of Namibia provides a unique perspective on color perception. Their language has only 5 basic color terms, which are quite different from the color categories familiar to English speakers. For instance, the Himba group some shades of blue and green together under the same term, while differentiating between various shades of green the English speakers would simply call green. Researchers have found that The Himba people perceive and categorize colors differently than English speakers do. When asked to identify colors that are different from a set of similar shades, the Himba are faster and more accurate in identifying differences within their own color categories, but struggle with distinctions that are more salient to English speakers. This case study demonstrates that our language can shape the way we perceive and categorize the world around us. The Himba's unique color terminology influence their color perception and the way they organize their thoughts and colors. This example highlights the power of language in shaping our cognitive process and our understanding of the world. Let's to next part. As we've seen, as we've seen this part of our presentation, language can have a significant impact on our thoughts and perceptions, but can adjusting the language we use also change our behavior and cognitive process. Recent studies have shown that when bilingual people switch between languages, their behavior and thought process can change as well. This phenomenon is known as frame switching, occurs when people unconsciously adjust their thinking patterns according to the language they are using at the moment. For example, bilingual speakers who are fluent in both more language like Japanese and more individualistic language like English may display different behaviors and attitudes depending on which language they are using. When they speak in Japanese, they may exhibit more group-oriented behaviors, while the using English may encourage more individualistic tendencies. This evidence suggests that our choice of language can indeed have a powerful influence on our thoughts, actions, and even our identity. By adjusting the language style, we can tap into different ways of thinking and potentially unlock new perspectives and problem-solving strategies. I think this is all of my part of our presentation. Thanks for your watching and listening.